go?
Great. I have to burp again.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and burp.
I will when it rolls up, man. I'm not on the mic.
Hey, JerDog here with Katrina Brown, the beautiful, the lovely, nose-picking Katrina Brown. And what a great show we had tonight at the Streeter Center Ground Zero Club in Traverse City. It was so much fun.
It was
I
awesome.
love working with you.
Do you believe in signs? Like
horoscope?
No. Fuck the zodiac. I'm talking about like you catch a certain song on the radio and it means something and then it makes you feel something. You know, signs.
Yes.
Because I was listening to Prince for the last 2 hours of my road trip.
Okay.
And then we went in the club and they started playing Prince. On those big screens, I'm like, that is an omen that this is going to be a kick-ass fucking show.
Yeah. How did it feel?
Felt good.
Yeah.
That was a big stage.
Yeah.
It was big.
Full concert type stage.
Yeah, that was amazing. I felt tiny up there. It was kind of nice. But I felt like I didn't even know how to use that much space.
Yeah.
You know, because there was just so much space.
Yeah.
And I'm a bad pacer anyway, so I tried to consciously not do that, so it's not like they're watching my tennis match.
That's what I get into it. I stalk the stage like a panther.
But it fits your personality on stage.
I'm a little bit more energetic, and I go back and forth, and then I'll pause and I'll stop when I'm trying to like really emphasize something.
Right.
And then I'll just go back and forth and just kind of stalk the stage.
As a speech team nerd, that would have been unacceptable. It is. You have to walk with purpose.
Yeah,
you have
that's
to walk
right.
for emphasis. You know what I mean? When you're doing a speech.
What's your motivation to go?
Right.
Over
Yeah.
there?
Why are you walking in that direction?
Yeah.
Keep your hand gestures above your waist. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
No, but I like what you brought up earlier, where we were watching one of the opening acts, and you mentioned that he had some fidgety hands.
He did.
Is that a nervous tick? Or is that just something?
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, because it was like a Lewis Black
it was
does this
a
for
very...
emphasis, and I've noticed sometimes I do that. One of my friends, Nate Timmel, he's a comedian out of Wisconsin. What are you trying to be, the next Lewis Black? I'm like, shut up, it's a tick. So now I'm very aware of my hands. Like, I don't want to do this when I get frothy up there. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hands, but I can't help it. I'm fidgety. I
think it's okay to be fidgety. I think it's okay to have like energy on stage. It's good if you can control it.
Right.
It's good if you have, all that theater stuff that I learned. It is good.
It's good, but it kind of goes out the
It
window.
is helpful,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily... I think stand-up is one of those areas where you can incorporate elements of public speaking. You can incorporate theater and acting.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay true to the exact specific guidelines and structure of public speaking or theater or act. You can combine it all. Into your own little personal performance style. And if it's being fidgety and doing gestures and walking around...
I'm always picking at my clothes, picking at the mic stand.
It's natural.
I can't help it because, I don't know, everybody's different, but when you're saying one bit, you're 5 to 7 bits in your head on where you're going to go next. So what's coming out of your mouth, I don't want to say it's autopilot because that's like phoning it in and that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking about joke A... my brain is already laying out B, C, and D, so I know where I'm going next.
Right.
And that makes me, like, not antsy, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get him. If I don't get it with this one, I'm going to get it with the next one. And you just, I don't know. It's hard to... And then there's this, the post-show adrenaline rush, which is how sometimes I drive home from Wisconsin at midnight for 13 hours because of mold in the room. This burns you through it.
You are such a trooper for doing that. What a road warrior.
I told Pat I would stop if I was tired, and it just happened that I got tired when I pulled into my drive. So I stopped.
That is crazy.
It was kind of crazy. I kept driving like, I'm going to stop at this. There's hotels at this exit. No, I'm feeling pretty good. About 2 hours from home, I was like, I'm a little bit tired. But man, when I got home, I hit my bed so hard. And I only took like a 4-hour nap because I didn't want to sleep the day away.
Right.
Family, stuff, kids, husband. Yay, mom's home.
Yeah.
But I took the hardest 4-hour nap. I think it was a mini coma. I didn't hear nothing. Cats are all walking on me. I didn't feel nothing. They could have set bombs off. I went,
Do you have any tricks for driving that far? Do you have your, like, you know, like Karen is like, if you just give me a joint, a cup of coffee, I can go for hours.
I think there's a mental thing of, I don't know, if I'm the passenger, I'm asleep in 10 minutes. If I'm the passenger in anybody's car, if we're driving longer than 10 minutes, I'm nodding off. And I could have just had a full night's sleep. There's something about being a passenger that makes me sleepy. But when I'm behind the wheel, I'm good for like 20 hours before I need a nap. But I do drink a lot of coffee, and then I drink water so I don't get dehydrated.
Right.
And Monster Javas. I mean, not multiple. I don't want my heart to explode, but
yeah.
if I had a corporate sponsor,
That would be
Monster Java. Yeah. Mean Bean Monster Javas. They'll wake your ass up.
What have you ever done overnight drive and then had to go straight on stage? Other than you did. That gig we did together. In North Dakota,
gig we did together.
18 hours.
Yeah, but I took a nap. I plot it. I gave myself plenty of extra time. But when I went to Florida a couple weeks ago, through that tropical storm, it was the first time I ever worked the Improv down there. So I gave myself plenty of extra time that I could take a nap, stretch out, relax, get myself all done up. Between the weather and construction, and I couldn't find the hotel. In 10 years, I have never had a hotel. The hotel was the fucking island on Lost. Like, the coordinates kept moving. The thing kept shifting. It didn't exist.
Right.
I had to... This is so pathetic. I called the club. Show started at 8. It's 6 o'clock. 6:30. Oh, don't worry. The show doesn't start for an hour and a half. I'm like, but I'm a girl. I have to do the hair, makeup, and I'm still not at the hotel.
Right.
Sometimes checking in can take 15 minutes, depending on who's working. I literally... By the time I got to the hotel and checked in, I was dropping luggage as I was shedding clothes. I had been awake for 23 hours. And I still had my show to go.
Right.
The shower, they were sending a car. They send cars for the comics there. That's really nice, since I don't have to drive. Car's going to be down there at 7:30. It is 7 o'clock. I take an hour to get ready. I have a half an hour to do everything. So I am shedding clothes. I jump in the shower, like we call it the smack the stink off shower, where you like face, hair, pits in place, and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get to put full makeup on. I barely did my hair. Not the way I like to present myself to a club I've never worked before. I got on stage. I did the show. Apparently, hey, she's funny. I don't remember shit. I didn't take my merch in with me. Nothing. By the time that car dropped me back off to the hotel, my eyeballs were vibrating. I was so tired. I was hearing shit.
Yeah.
I had been awake for, like 30 hours by the time I laid down. And that's not healthy.
No, it's not healthy. You can do that, though, when you're pumped full of adrenaline and you're ready.
That's the only reason I made it.
Yeah. And you get into that death ground. Your back is up against the wall.
Right.
You have to do it. The pressure's on.
Well, and it was
the show must go on.
And it was my first gig for that booking agency, so I had to do it
don't fuck
well.
up.
That alone will carry you through, because I honestly think that's how I was still standing. Because even the headliner was like, "You drove here from Ohio." He flew in from LA. I said, "Yeah." He's like, "How the hell did you drive here? When did you get here?" I'm like, "What time is it?" An hour and a half ago. What? I'll be all right. But I slept the next day. I mean, we were there for 4 days, so I had time to catch up on my sleep.
Right on. And then how did your set went good? And then
I guess I honestly don't remember. Like now, in the moment, I felt good about what I did. But if somebody said, "Hey, what did you do for your feature set at the Improv the first night?" I'd be like, "I have no fucking idea what I did. I don't remember the material." I do remember people were happy, and that's like sometimes that's all you can take away from it. But I was so tired. And then I looked in the mirror when I got off stage, and it was so fucking humid. I tried to make myself presentable, but the minute I stepped outside, I was soaked. Just my hair, back, soaked, dripping. Hardly any makeup on. I looked in the mirror, and I have to pencil in my eyebrows because they're not visible. I don't do
it's
the
like
whole.
the curse of redheaded people.
I don't do the whole
like,
on fleek
no
where they look
eyebrows.
like they're airbrushed on, but I do, and I had one eyebrow. I don't know if I sweat it off, if I scratched it off, or if I only put one on because I was so tired trying to get my
You
makeup
just
on.
did the one and forgot the other
I don't
one?
know, and I'm like, wow, I probably look like a fucking crazy person walking in there, one eyebrow, hair sticking up. I'm ready for the show. I found the hotel finally, you know.
Great comedy look, though, with just the one eyebrow.
Yeah, stressed out mom. I should have done my mom jokes that night.
But yeah, that's what carries me through. And so then we're able to do, even recording like this. Like after the show, I'm still fired up. I can't get to sleep.
Right.
One of the reasons why I smoke a lot of pot is because that's about the only thing that can calm me down.
I envy that. I do.
Show.
I envy that. I can't smoke it.
And I don't want to take a pill.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like just a couple of puffs or two, and then that chills me out, and I'm able to go to sleep.
Good on you, man.
Back in the day, though, man, I used to get drunk a lot, not out of nerves,
Right.
but because in a way, it was like a post-show depression that would hit.
Oh, it's all highs and lows. Yeah.
I feel so good, and I'd leave the club, and I felt great, and you're the man of the hour. Then you get back to the room,
And you're alone.
You're alone. You're the only one here. And sometimes there's noise, there's partying going on in the other rooms. You kind of want to be a part of that. You're like, I'm supposed to be the man. I'm a big party animal, but here I am
By yourself.
watching late night infomercials.
Right.
by
Yes.
myself.
Yes. Is there something good on Nick at Night? Is Roseanne on again?
I'd sink into this huge depression. I'd be up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't be able to get up until 11 o'clock or noon the next day when they're calling the phone like, "Are you checking out today or what?"
Right. Yeah.
So I used to get really fucked up a lot back in the day just to be able to go back to the room and just essentially just pass out.
Well, road loneliness is something no one can explain to you until you experience it, and it can be devastating. It can crush you because it's a roller coaster. The highest high when you're in that room, people are hugging you, shaking your hand. They love you. You are loved by 100, 200, 300, 400 people, and you are it. You are their favorite person in the world for that moment, and anybody would feel good hearing that. And you're like, I'm so great. And then you go back to this lonely little fucking room that looks like all the other lonely rooms. And then you're missing, I'm sure you miss Karen. I miss Pat.
100%.
I miss my kids. That's the hardest time of the missing is at night when you realize I think that's when you realize how far from home you are. The night of the show when you get back. Not through the day.
Right.
You can go see a movie or you can walk around a mall, go to the gym. Whatever, go for a walk. Sometimes I go to zoos. You can fill your day. The day is easy.
Yeah.
It's the nights.
Yeah.
It's the nighttime. And then, like, you and I are so similar socially, I can talk to you. We can hang out.
Right.
There are a lot of comics, and everybody's different. Some people don't want to be social with the person they're working with. They shut their door, and they're single. It's a guy. I'm married. They're not going to ask me to go out with them because then I either look like their wife or I'm the cock blocker.
Yeah.
Then it's this awkward, well, I met this chick and we rode together. How's Katrina going to get back to the hotel? I've experienced a lot of weirdness with that. Like, you know what? I'm not... I don't want to ruin anybody's good time.
Right.
And I don't want to put anybody in some awkward position of having to babysit me.
Right.
So sometimes it's easier to just... Hey, I'm going back to the hotel and not even insert myself into a social situation.
Right.
Because I don't want it to be weird. I don't want it to be weird. So.
Does that happen a lot?
It's happened.
Weirdness?
Sometimes. Not that often. Because I just make the conscious choice. I'm just going back to my room. But if it's a place where I'm in a town for multiple days, I take art supplies and I work on art. That helps. Because then I can put my mind at something else. Till 4 a.m. and my hands are going numb. But yeah, there have been times where, and I'm afraid to drink and drive anyway. So
I noticed that you don't drink really at the shows.
No,
you
not
did
unless.
last week when we did that first one in Stevens Point, but
well, yeah, because the parking lot was the same as the bar and the hotel shared parking lot. Yeah,
I like that a lot.
me too. If it's safe, I'll drink after the show, not while I'm on stage.
Never while you're on stage.
No. I'll forget everything and just start spitting out random punchlines and tank. But after show, I'll party up a little bit with friends if it's safe. I've done that a time or two. And it's funny because when you get to know people, I've demanded it. Like, okay, you all week long you haven't picked anybody up. Obviously, you're not getting laid. Now we're going out to drink. I have said that. Like, okay,
right.
You know what? You are the most pathetic single comic. You have no stories to tell me in the morning. You're taking me out to drink. I've done that. So
nice.
But I don't like to get in people's way.
Well, one thing that I've heard, and this is our third show in. I'm having so much fun with it.
It is fun, yes.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And one thing, I heard it twice tonight, I heard it once last week, is that I'll get a woman will come up and she'll go, I've been trying. I wanted my husband to come with me to this tonight.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to.
Yeah.
He refused to go on date night.
Yeah.
So I brought my friends, and it's girls' night.
Yeah.
So now instead of just her and her husband, now it's her and 4 or 5 of her friends.
Yeah.
And I heard that from 2 people tonight and at least 1 person last week.
Yeah.
Which is something I did not think of when we came up with this. I thought for sure it'd be like a thing that like, oh, finally, you get the male perspective, you get the female perspective, couples can get together and be like, oh, laugh at things that we both experienced. But really it seems to be like, it almost seems to be like a girls' night out kind of a deal. Mm-hmm. I didn't necessarily expect that when I was putting it together.
Well, the standard audience for comedy clubs, there are couples, but very rarely do you see a table full of guys at a comedy club.
Right.
Guys at a comedy club are usually there with someone, and then there's little gaggles of women here.
No, I remember when I got married, my friends were like, "We're gonna take you to the Funny Bone for your bachelor party. I'm gonna kick your fucking asses. You take me to the comedy club for my bachelor party."
Right. I've had a couple bachelor parties, and I'm thinking, Jesus, what kind of ball busting bitch are they marrying that he can't go see some titties at the strip club? So he should have foreign boobs waggling in his face for a bachelor party.
Right.
And unless they're highly religious, which is fine, but in that case, why are you at a comedy club? Because I'm going to talk about boobs. Either you're going to go see boobs, or you're going to hear me talk about actually, you know what? I haven't done my boob jokes at all. Do this, he said, she said. I've like abandoned my mutant material. But my point being, it's not like shit's clean at a comedy show. So why are, all I can think is sorry ladies, they don't want them to see boobies.
I think that's it. I also think, there's a certain personality type that their version of partying is the comedy club.
Maybe.
So it's like bachelor parties. If you ever do a show on St. Patty's Day.
Oh my God, I have, yes.
Or on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
These are 2 great examples that I use where you're either going to get the partiers, like we're going out, we're going to fucking party,
right?
And they're going crazy because it's St. Patty's Day, it's New Year's Eve, and it's drink, and we're going fucking nuts. And they don't give a shit about the show.
Right.
The show's going on, and they're there to party and drink and be loud and obnoxious. And it ruins the show a lot of times because of that. But then the flip side of the coin is you'll do a show on St. Patty's Day or New Year's Eve, or you'll be in front of the bachelorette party or the bachelor party, and their version of a crazy party is going to the comedy club.
Right. So actually watching the show.
Right. And which is great because they're actually watching the show, paying attention. But on the other hand, it's kind of lame because what type of personality is it? Their version of a big crazy party is the comedy club. Well, so that's usually the type of person that is going to have a little bit of trouble with the rated R stuff.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily hardcore partiers.
No.
So when I get up there and go, who's drinking with me tonight? They ain't cheering for that. Because they're maybe, this is my one drink of the year.
I'm going to sip it.
Yeah. So it's, for me, like St. Patty's Day, New Year's Eve, bachelorette parties, it's a double-edged sword. Mm-hmm. Either they're going to be great or they're going to be so fucking out of control.
50-50 with the bachelorettes because there is an element of it. It's my day with the bride. So they think the same thing applies to the bachelorette side of it. I have had hit or miss with bachelorette parties. I really have.
I have too.
And it makes me sad because there's a gender camaraderie I expect that, we're going to have. It's girl, okay, here, girl, I'm on your side. And they don't give a shit. I'm not part of their bridal party. I'm not wearing a sweater made of tiny penises. I don't have a dildo strapped to my head like a happy unicorn. I'm not part of their party. So, you know.
They have to just sit there.
Right.
And be quiet.
And it's not about them.
And it's not only is it not about them, it's that. But it's also, they all got together, a bunch of friends who may or may not see each other very often.
Right.
And they want to be loud, and they want to be like, oh, girl, this and that.
Let's just go to a regular bar. Yeah.
But instead, for an hour and a half, they just have to sit there and be quiet. And they don't really like it. So but sometimes they'll get into it.
Yeah. I had somebody ask if I would do a high school reunion. I'm like, hell no. It's a reunion. What do people do at reunions? They mingle, they talk, they share stories. They share stories about their lives now. They reminisce about shit then. Nobody wants to see somebody they haven't seen in 20 years and then sit down and shut up.
Right.
And then listen to somebody else talk. Plus, it was for my graduating class, and there's no way
that would be tough too.
Pay me enough to get up in front of those people and do that, because I was a dork.
Were you?
I was a speech team, drama club, news staff, artsy nerd.
Yeah.
And I went to my 20-year high school reunion, and I had a blast.
Yeah.
But there were moments that part of me resurfaced when I'd like come in contact with certain people. Like the mean girls are still, some of them were still the mean girls, and they flocked. I talked to everybody who would make eye contact with me. You know, I'd catch their name tag if I didn't recognize them, talk, hug, how are you, and just kind of fluttered about the room. But there were a couple people, I felt 16 again, like I wanted to rush down the hall before they saw me at my locker.
Really?
And I am too fucking grown for this shit.
Yeah.
So that's the last I don't think I could get up in front of people and just do. I've had people from my graduating class come to shows. People I haven't seen since then. And that's okay when there's 3 or 4 of them sprinkled in 200.
Yeah.
But 300 people that I went,
Well, and you're a different person now.
I am.
And you probably have a different attitude.
I do.
And you have things you probably I imagine that you're talking about things in your stand-up that are not in your personality.
No.
Or how they knew you in high
But it's
school.
amazing how that feeling resurfaced. That really shocked me because I am very self-assured on stage and off. You know, and it's something I try to project to women, to love themselves more and not be so hung up on how you look, what kind of clothes you wear, you know. And yet here I am, this 16-year-old, like, oh my God, I've got on Kmart jeans and I need to get away from these people. And that feeling came back.
It all comes flooding back.
Oh my God, yeah, it's like flashbacks I didn't really care to have. But this is good.
Well, that would be weird to do your own high school reunion, and I have done other high school reunions before.
I've DJ'd them, but I wouldn't.
I've done stand-up for them,
would
but
do
you're
stand-up.
exactly right. They're like, okay. It's almost like they're doing you the favor.
Right.
By, okay, we'll stop our conversation. And they're like this.
Yeah. Hurry up, man.
Okay, make me laugh. Right.
That cheerleader put some weight on. I think I can nail her.
And I find the same thing at company parties. I don't like to do a whole lot of corporate gigs.
I'm not. I'm not corporate.
They're there to mingle. They're there to talk about their, whatever their TR30. Their TR30 reports.
Yeah, if you get this on my desk by tomorrow, okay.
And so when you get there, okay, now here's this guy, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna talk about drinking and drugs and sex and relationships and marriages and
people that work together aren't gonna laugh at that shit. You know what I mean? Like I can't laugh at that.
Unless it's like a blue collar, if it's construction workers.
Maybe.
Like I've had a lot of good luck doing company parties for firemen.
Yeah.
For contractors. Yeah. For truckers. Truckers love me.
I probably shouldn't ever do those shows.
Because of the
construction
stuff?
No, construction workers and truckers. Big room full of burly men. I'm just
They would probably love you.
Probably, but no. I only have so much restraint, JerDog.
But I don't know. I really like doing the types of venues that we did tonight, where it's like typically a rock club.
Yeah.
But for tonight only, they've transformed it into a comedy club.
Hey man, they did the pink and blue light themes and played Prince. I was pretty pumped.
Yeah, I was
good.
too.
Yeah, felt good. And I got that after show I envy the fact that I can't smoke pot. I'm allergic to it.
Yeah.
It's like puff,
It
Katrina's
makes you
in a
dizzy?
coma. No, I pass
It
out.
just yeah.
Like, it's hardcore instant. There better be a pillow close for me to put my head on. And I've tried it over the years. I smoked a lot in college, and then I just stopped for a while. And when I started to pick it back up here and there, somebody shotgunned me at my 40th birthday party, and I was like, no, I don't want to miss my own party, you know?
Yeah.
And I was listening. I was like, they put poison in my face. I was recently with another comedian who had some friends back at the condo where we were staying, and I didn't want to be antisocial and go up to my room. And it was nice to hang out with people. So no more lonely. There's just a little gathering of people, and they were smoking, and they kept trying to pass it to me. I'm like, no, I don't care that you guys are smoking. I can't do it. But they were smoking a lot. A lot. Like, there was a haze in the room. And I realized I was kind of starting to get a little bit of a buzz on.
Yeah.
And then I realized I was stoned.
Yeah.
And then I started laughing. I was sitting cross-legged on the floor. I don't know what made me start laughing, but it was that stereotypical, she's high, like, can't breathe, laughing. And I had to pee. And I thought, I'm going to piss myself in front of these people. And I've just met this comic, and I don't know their friends. Thankfully, there was a half bath on the first floor of that condo. I crawled to it. I crawled to the toilet, laughed the whole time I was peeing, laughed while I was wiping my crotch, laughed while I washed my hands, and I walked out like, you guys have no idea how close I came to pissing myself in front of you. To me, that was the funniest thing in the world. And they're looking at me like, amateur. I'm like, it's been since college.
Those contacts are real, man. People think that
Oh
that's
my
a myth,
God, no.
That's real shit.
And it took me a minute. I'm like, why is everything so funny now? Oh, I remember this from college. So, it was funny.
That's awesome. All right. That's it.
Okay.
Ready to wrap this up?
All right.
We actually recorded way more than 10 minutes.
Did it work?
Yeah, I think it worked great.
Awesome. Did you get me from like here up and my double chin's not
Pretty
joined?
much. You look great. And
I sweated off all my makeup already.
yeah, I tried to do it.
And then
we were
something.
Get your cleavage, but
this,
there it is.
This right here. You're like, yeah, let's do some close-up video. I got gas.
Yeah.
What, are you trying to get my boobs?
I was doing the cleavage shot earlier, but
I got gas and something flew into my eye and bit me. And I've got this fucking bite on the... It hurts like hell. But it looks like a huge pimple.
Like a bug bite?
Yeah, something bit me right here. There's a huge welt above my eye. See it? Right there?
Yeah.
If it were a pimple, I'd say, hey, I got a zit. I'm not ashamed.
That's what it looks like.
But it's not. It's something bit me because it felt like my whole eye caught on fire for just a brief second. And you can... I think I'm getting tired because I'm getting goofy. I smacked at it. But I had my glasses on. So smacking at a bug. What good does it do? To smack when you got... And what an idiot did I look like? Standing at the gas pump. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't laugh this hard at myself tonight doing my jokes. But what kind of idiot, you know, you're standing there and you're pumping gas, and it was busy. I mean, every pump was full, so there were people around. And you don't want to think when you're off stage that everybody's watching everything you do. But I kind of flinched when I felt the bite, and I'm sure I made a noise, and then I'm smacking at my face. I'm sure they were, I thought, oh, look, they let her have a license. You know, she's driving a car. Oh, that was funny. Whew.
That is funny.
See, and this is me not on pot. Could you imagine if I was stoned?
Right, and there is a huge welt there.
Yes, there is.
That is crazy.
Yes, zoom in on it, please. Let's show the world my eyeball welt.
Well, no, I want to see you on pot, just to see you.
You want to see me
I
high
want to
at
see
these
you
books?
crawling down to a bathroom.
Oh my god, it'll happen eventually on this tour. We will end up in a position where you can see me stoned as long as I'm safe and near a bed. And a bathroom, apparently. Whew.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Katrina.
Yep, thank you, man.
You're the best.
You are too.